Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life, like there's just too much happening and too much on your plate, even if some of the things are actually good opportunities? When we experience this kind of stress or overwhelm, it could be a sign that the abundance we've been wishing for is knocking on our door and trying to enter our lives. Hi, I'm Elle, Intuitive Wellness Coach for Women and Law of Attraction Practitioner. And today we're exploring the link between feeling this stress and overwhelm and feeling abundant, along with some steps that you can take when you're feeling this way. Firstly, when you're feeling this stress and overwhelm, it could be a sign that you need to start approaching things in a new and innovative way, like working more with energy rather than time. By becoming aware of the natural cycles of energy and rhythms in your life, you can tap into their power so that you don't have to expend so much effort. These natural energies can be found all around us, in the universe and in our bodies. By aligning with them, we no longer need to feel that time crunch of having to fit so many things into our day. A few examples would be to leverage your natural cortisol awakening response in the mornings and check something off your list that requires more effort and focus, as the natural circadian cycle will most likely make it more difficult the later that it gets into the day and night to do something that requires this focus. You could also try batching several tasks of the same nature together instead of time blocking several different activities into your schedule. For example, instead of blocking off 1 hour to make calls and then another hour to do writing and another hour to do some content filming, take those 3 hours and do the same task over and over so that you become in the flow of energy and momentum. This creates a bank of invested time that results in more leads or more content that you can draw from when you need them. For women, we can also tap into our monthly cycle, either our body's natural menstrual cycle or the moon cycle, to align with the 4 unique energy signatures of each phase so that we're working together with natural energies and not against them. To learn more about that and to grab your free download, go to cyclemagic.com, which will tell you all about the 4 phases of a cycle. By working with energy, we can escape the limitations of working with time alone and start opening up to more spaciousness and abundance. Another approach that we can take when we're feeling overwhelmed is to take some time out and attune to our true heart and soul desires. Then we can align our actions with them. A more abundant life is one where we get to experience things that light us up, like connections with loved ones and our spirituality, taking those opportunities to play and have fun, sharing our unique talents with the world, tending to our self-care and wellness, and of course, having time to rest and recharge. For women, there is an opportune time to take moments of rest, and this would be during the attune phase, aligned with menstruation or the new moon. At this time, we can attune to quietness and rest and engage with meditation and the potential for deep intuition. There was a stage in my life when I felt overwhelmed by tasks and stress and commitments to others and health challenges, and I realized that the universe was urging me to incorporate rest into my schedule. I realized that rest and rejuvenation is not the same thing as exhaustion and not having enough energy to do anything other than lay on the couch. True rest is a time to tune into our heart and soul desires and be open to those intuitive downloads that help us to shape the rest of our month. What things mean the most to us and what things to prioritize. We can receive tips and shortcuts that help us to escape this overwhelm and stress and open up to more wellness and inspiration in our lives. Where might you be overcommitting to things that are not bringing you wellness, joy, and abundance? Make it a ritual once a month to pause and reevaluate your schedule at some point. Do this during the attune phase. This will help you to gain a fresh perspective and align with things that elevate your vibration, helping you attract the abundance you desire in life. Stress and overwhelm can also be a sign that you may need to balance the scales between your doing and being energy, your masculine and feminine. the urge to initiate versus allowing and receiving. Most of us, regardless of gender, are more accustomed to our masculine doing energies. We can do until such time that we can't keep up with all the things that need to be done, and we get that feeling of being out of control. Sometimes stress and overwhelm is an invitation to surrender and learn how it feels to receive and allow things to happen in our lives. We may feel discomfort around the thought of allowing things to happen if we're accustomed to being in control. But there's an expansive energy to allowing and surrendering. This is an invitation to balance doing with being, not to abandon doing completely and just let go of everything. There's really no skill in that. But to master the art of knowing when to act and when to let go is to align with the energies of play at any given time and to ride those energies to activate and manifest our desires. To learn how to feel a desire and then detach from the result. To pursue a goal, but also surrender to the enjoyment of the journey, not just the destination. You can practice this by getting more in touch with your being and receiving side, letting go of stress, busyness, and the need to fix and intervene and control. Notice your reaction when people compliment you. Do you deflect it or minimize it? Or do you take a moment to feel into it fully and allow yourself to receive it? What about when someone offers you help with something or to do something for you? Practice receiving with gratitude and not having an immediate reciprocation. Get accustomed to the energy of being and following your creative nudges or inspiration. Set aside an afternoon to just be and flow with your desires and see where that leads you. Another part to this is to learn to surrender to what is being put in front of you. Let's take the example that you own your own business or side business, and it's really growing to the point where you can no longer keep up with demand. Surrender to the situation and ask yourself, how are you being asked to direct this energy of the growing business in a way that it might mean that it's time for you to break through a fear or limitation that you may hold? So instead of, for instance, minimizing the potential of the business for fear that it's going to be too much to handle, or instead of working long hours in the night to try to keep up with demand because you feel that you need to do everything yourself, it might mean an expansion of your usual way of thinking. And by switching to a more abundant mindset, the solution could be to take on a virtual assistant or an intern, to delegate some work to, or to learn how to leverage AI to help with the expansion and the marketing potential. These kinds of situations may be challenging you to take a new viewpoint and open up to a more abundant mindset. Ask yourself, is this challenge an opportunity to expand my skills or my mindset? Am I being called to evolve in ways I never thought possible? Often, we're quick to view challenges as obstacles instead of seeing them as invitations to expand our capacity for receiving abundance. Let's delve a little more into mindset. In order to supercharge our manifestations, we will want to release scarcity mindset. Stress and overwhelm can prompt us to feel like we don't have enough time, energy, or resources to meet the demands of life. When life gives you more to handle, it could be a sign that you're being trusted with greater abundance, whether that's in the form of career opportunities, personal growth, or more fulfilling relationships. Ask yourself, am I looking at this situation through a lens of lack or a lens of possibility? When you experiment with reframing overwhelm as abundance, you can shift your perception from I can't do this to I could grow and expand through this. This change in mindset can transform how you experience life and its challenges. Abundance doesn't always look the way we expect. It doesn't always feel like ease and relaxation. Sometimes it looks like your schedule filling up with new projects or being presented with difficult choices because you have more options than you did before. If new responsibilities, ideas, or projects are coming your way, this could be abundance in disguise. If you're feeling pulled in many directions, it means that you have multiple options or paths to choose from, and that can be a sign of abundance, even if it feels overwhelming at first. If you find yourself stepping into new roles or tasks that push your boundaries, this can be abundance helping you to evolve. Abundance by nature brings with it choices, and having more options will prompt you to master your decision making and discernment, feeling into what rings true for you in your heart and soul, and learning to expand and grow in an authentic way. What can you say no to? Can you trust that by saying no to some options, it will open up new and better options that feel more aligned? Use visualization to help you choose the right path and to see it unfold in your mind in a way that brings you more happiness, wealth, health, and love. While abundance can feel like stress at first, it's also essential to recognize when stress is becoming too much and tipping into burnout. There's a balance between stretching your capacity and protecting your well-being. When you're facing overwhelm and you have many options being presented to you, be sure to prioritize your wellness. Even when you're growing, it's crucial to take time for self-care. Ask yourself, how could I invest in myself right now? Rest is necessary for your body and mind to integrate new experiences. You can align with the natural energies of the ultradian cycles and take a 15 to 20-minute break every 90 minutes or so. This aligns with your body's regular need for rest and to digest information. Build regular habits like meditation, exercise, or time outdoors to recharge and take breaks from screen time. If you feel pressure to try and fit in healthy habits into your daily schedule, break free from that illusion and explore a new system where there is time for all of your healthy habits in rotation, just not all at once. I created the Cycle Habit System to help you to do that, so you can download the monthly habit tracker at cyclehabits.com. Abundance comes in many forms, and it's often disguised as more responsibility, more choices, or new ways in which to grow. Uncertainty is also full of possibility. Reflect on times in the past where what once felt uncertain, stressful, or overwhelming became rewarding. What did you learn? How could you leverage natural energies to better assist you going forward? How could you practice receiving? And finally, what mindset will be needed in order to be more open to abundance? Let me know in the comments what new approaches you might be trying. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more manifesting tips.